But right now we're going to get into the game. We have Vinland Saga FT versus Delux Ducks. We believe that Delux Ducks might be starting off with the ball because they are the home team. Correct. So we have Squishy passing back to Toxic. Now, Delux Ducks doesn't really have a DK keeper, which is something interesting, and we're going to have to see how that works out. But Vivi trying to send it up to Squishy, getting stopped by Gal. Panda taking a 1-on-2 with the defenders, getting stopped, but Kuma gets a little pass in. See what he can do with that. Right now trying to get a cross in, but Toxic Legend gets a touch on it, but Kuma still receives it at the end. He passes back to Obi, but it looks like that it misses him barely. Squishy and Gal fighting for the ball. Squishy able to get a pass. Keeper rushing out. Unfortunate. The keeper collects that very easily.
That was a great rush out by the keeper, but now it's over to Obi-Wan. Panda, Obi-Wan again, a nice 1-2 there. Toxic Legend trying to catch up to it, but it looks like Obi-Wan trying to go for a pass over to Akuma, who just bounces off Vitra into Vivi's hands.
Yeah, very clean defending right there. I mean, I'm sure most keepers would dive at those shots, but it looks like that maybe having that non-dedicated keeper, the lack of panic reaction is working out for them. Akuma with the ball now, coming from Jaconzo. Akuma passing it mid to Obi-Wan. Vitra getting a nice little touch on it, but Akuma gets a shot off. Unfortunately, it's off target. Vivi rushing back and going defensive stance, just enough time to catch that run.
That was a very close call for them, but good composure by Vivi to get back for that goal. Vivi now with the ball, running out a little bit, trying to find an option, kicks it over to Squishy, but Chikonzo grabs it. Over to Gal now. Gal passing up to Akuma. Back over to Panda. This is some nice little passing plays. Tries to pass it back to Gal. Unfortunately, just goes slightly behind, but he does get it back, and Chikonzo takes it for another reset.
Yeah, I definitely think Vivi tried to set up a little cross there, but unfortunately wasn't able to work with it. Obi-Wan with the ball, getting pressed by two defenders. Tries to pass on to Akuma, but it looks like the Sizz is going to get onto it, but he tackles it back into Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan with the cross mid to Panda. Panda trying to take a shot back left. Vivi diving the right way, but it was off target. Vivi sliding it away from Toxic Legend's feet.
It does. There's two opportunities they've had which have been so close. Just off target. Sizz tries to go for a cross, but Akuma does block it. Toxic picks it up and passes it back over to SLZ, I think it is. Tries to chip it over to Squishy, but Gal makes a nice interception, passes back to goal, who does a long kick over to Kenobi. He's got a lot of space at the moment. Goes for a kick to Akuma, but Toxic Legend is in the way. Still dangerous though, but the defending by Toxic Legend and SLZ is beautiful. Gets it away from danger.
Yeah, Sizz now back in defense with the ball. They're trying to get a pressure, but Obi-Wan's able to get a body on it. Both of them using their blue sprints, so now it's kind of a matter of no one can really use a blade shot. Right now, watching everyone try and cross it mid to Akuma. Akuma with a very clean top left. Very narrowly missing the crossbar with that one.
That was a great shot. We've seen them use that now in 2 games, that kick off the corner and into a player in the box. And both times it looks like it works. Keeper just does not expect it.
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely their style that they're working with. Everyone using that in the corner, which I think is a strong thing considering you don't want to be running those interception balls in the corner. Toxic Legend able to get a through ball to Vivi. Vivi possibly got a cross. He tries to do the same thing. He passes it mid to Vitro, but stopped by Panda. Keeper does rush out. He's a little bit off his balance, but it does look like he's able to collect that at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a bit of a long goal. Shooting outside the box is always a bit risky. Gives a lot of time for the keeper to react. But Akuma passes it back to Panda. Panda kicks it up to Obi, who receives it. He's got 2 defenders now. Tries to get it past Vivi. Goes for a nice little kick, but SLZ is there to intercept. Slides it, but can't quite reach it. Back over to Obi-Wan now in the corner. Passes it back to Panda. A little kick over. SLZ makes a nice interception. It's still in danger at the moment as well, but Vitra is there to pick it up, and it looks like for now it will be a safe, or actually that could have been very dangerous. Vitra dribbling it up the midfield, nearly gets it past 2 players at the moment. Passes it over to SLZ on the right side. At the moment, a little cross in. No one is there to receive, unfortunately. Panda will get that ball.
He sends it back to Keeper. Keeper's now got the ball. He's got all the time in the world. He does send it up to Akuma, who looks to be a little bit free. Akuma might be going for the wall strat again. No, it looks like he's going to try and beat his defender. He tries. He tries to get across into Obi. Obi-Wan taking a header. Very slow, but also the Keeper with the slow dive all the way onto the ball. Keeper setting up to Vivi. Vivi running the line. Gal and him both using blue sprint. Trying to use the wall. He does beat it. He tries to take a shot off the corner, and unfortunately Jaconzo is easily able to save those ones.
Yeah, when you do those and you kick it straight at the keeper, it just doesn't feel very good. They can be very dangerous, but unfortunately, it just wasn't that time. You have a cross over into the box, but Vitro does get it away. Panda now with the ball, pass it up to Akuma. A little chip over to Obi-Wan, who gets it past the goalkeeper and scores with a nice little header.
Yeah, no, you're definitely watching them do those crosses, and Obi-Wan, a man who likes to fake a lot, does sometimes just take those first touches, and it seems to work. Getting in front of the defender, beating him with the blue sprint, and the keeper just unable to react in time. Now we've got...
Absolutely. When you place those headers, it is quite hard, but now we have a Squishy with the ball. Over to Toxic Legend. Akuma there, but passes it back to Squishy at midfield. Chip over to Vivi. Tries to go for a blade shot, but gets blocked.
Yeah, it does look like he does able to get a touch on it though. Keeper unable to send it full, but now Panda's with the ball. Everyone taking the ball up, trying to blade shot it, possibly going mid. Unfortunately, Kuma's not ready for it. Vitra is able to get a touch on the ball, sends it back to Keeper there.
Keeper with the ball, passes it over to SSZ, over back to Toxic Legend, doing a few small passing plays, trying to get that space. Bakuma with a nice tackle, who then gets the ball back from Panda. Tries to pass it off to Panda, just goes slightly behind him at the moment. Panda trying to dribble it. He's got some room. Oh, but Vitra does a nice tackle to get away. And it looks like he tries to pass back to Keeper. Bakuma is there for the interception. At the moment, passes it back to Obi-Wan. Gets through two defenders, and again Vitro just there to defend. He's been doing some great defending at the moment. Over to Panda, but Vitro picks up the ball.
Yeah, very nice little play there. I mean, we watched Obi-Wan kind of dash through two defenders, and it did work out for him. But now he's got a little bit of a run with the ball, but he gives up on it because it's just going straight to the keeper with that one. Sizz with a nice little send, but Kuma's going to get it. Does he pass on to Obi-Wan? He does. Obi-Wan now with a one-on-one on the keeper. He tries to take a blade shot. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too high. Tries to go that top right corner. It doesn't work out for him. Akuma with a nice little cross in. Unfortunately, unable to reach Obi-Wan. Sizz reaching out with the ball, sending it upfield to Vivi. Vivi now on the counter attack, Squishy in the mid. Panda gets it and sends it back to keeper there.
Absolutely. Jaconzo with the ball, pass over to Panda. Got a lot of room. Over to Obi-Wan in the corner. Tries to pass it in. Unfortunately gets intercepted, but Panda picks it up. And Sizz comes out of the box to grab it.
Yeah, some very aggressive keeping right now. Panda's able to get it back to Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan almost to Akuma. Keeper almost dives out the way, giving away a goal, but he's able to get back in time. Sends it on to Squishy. Squishy kind of got a one-on-one if he can try and get past. He does go backwards though. He then also sends it back for another reset. Toxic Legend possibly might be trying to send it. No, he doesn't. He goes with Vivi. Vivi tries to get over Obi-Wan. Keeper's able to easily ride share and collect that one.
But it looks like the goalkeeper is doing a lot of fast kicks, and it looks like to be working out. Obi-Wan with a clear run into the goal, goes for a kick, tries to go close corner. Unfortunately, Sizz is there to save it. That was a great piece of saving. Gao now with the ball over to Obi-Wan, a pass back to Panda in the midfield. A long kick over to Akuma, who receives it and kicks it just in the bottom left side of the goal.
Yes, no, that was a very nice placement. You know, the the keeper's reading it the wrong way, but unfortunately Akuma just uses that kind of close post, and that will work on a lot of keepers, to be fair.
That it does. It is a hard shot to read when it's so close in the box.
Indeed. Sizz now with the ball. He tries to send it probably up to Squishy, but it goes into the corner, and they're unable to get a touch on it, so it goes back to keeper.
Gonzo tries to pass it, gets intercepted by Vivi. Akuma grabs it. Vitro now with the ball, trying to find some space. Gets it past Obi-Wan, running it up, but Obi-Wan gets a nice slide tackle in. Panda with the ball, kicks it over to Akuma, who is free at the moment. It's a one-on-one with the keeper, so he does a close corner shot, but Toxic is there to make the save.
Yeah, no, those close corner shots are going to be the fastest shot that they can take, but unfortunately a lot of these keepers are ready for that. Unfortunately, the misplay on the pass allows everyone to get it. He still has it right now. He's going off the wall, tries to get across in mid to Akuma, who sends it slightly right. He overread the keeper, and it worked out for him, but unfortunately his accuracy was just not there. Now Sizz with the ball, getting stopped by Panda, who goes to Akuma. 2-on-1. Vitra is able to get the stop though. Very nice little save, and now Delux Ducks have the ball.
Vitro then takes up the side. At the moment, he's got Obi-Wan there defending. Tries to get it past him. Blue sprints, does get it past him. Obi-Wan goes for a slide, but just misses. Vitro tries to go for a cross, but unfortunately it is intercepted. But now SLZ gets the ball from a tackle. Gao in the corner. At the moment, looking to passes it to Panda in the midfield. Another long kick into Obi-Wan, who is free, tries to go for a blade shot, but is straight at Toxic Legend.
Yeah, no, I think he tried to go for the opposite there, but unfortunately his character model moved a little bit too far, and maybe the accuracy was just off on that one. But it looks like the Vitreous has now got the ball on the left side. He's been able to get past the defenders. He sends it off the wall, which works for him. He also uses blue sprint, so now he's trying to get across in mid. Unfortunately, Akuma sends it to the opposite side, and Squishy almost got a little bit of a priority on that one, but he does not get the animation working for him there. He sends it back, and now Akuma's got the ball running up the side. Obi-Wan free with a one-on-one on net. Does he go for a fake here? We'll have a look. He does go for a fake, and it works out for him. The keeper's always expecting that blade shot to come out of that shot, but, you know, Obi-Wan's the one who just knows when to use the fakes perfectly.
But it does. I've seen a lot of goals happen where a keeper will dive for it after that first touch, but unfortunately they go from second and it's an open goal.
Definitely a nice little piece of work from there. Now Vitro passing on to Sizz. 4 goals down. The Delux are right now just trying to make sure they don't lose really badly. Vivi sending off the crossbar, goes sky high, and Jaconzo, their keeper, is now out in the field, watching him be the playmaker he is. Does he go for a cross? He does. Unfortunately, Sizz is able to get a touch on that with a header. Vivi now with the ball. Panda and net. Tries to take a shot. Panda does get the save. Very nice little bit, keeping by him. He sends it up. Jaconzo trying to collect the ball. Akuma taking a shot, but unfortunately, it's going to go straight to Toxic Legend. And last shot, that looks to be the game. Vinland Saga 4-0'd Deluxe Ducks.
It definitely was an exciting game, and here we can see that Obi-Wan Kenobi and Akuma both with 2 goals each. So they're definitely great attackers at the moment, and each of them both have a nice amount of passes and interceptions. As you can see, compared to the other team, they pass a lot more.